Yeah, what up? It's Big M-1 RPG family, dead prez for life. JohnsDoeMain. Big respect, my bedjin. Keep up the revolutionary work. Of course, Obama has not lived up to his expectations. The people who he tricked into being a part of him, who thought they were going to have a revolutionary conclusion, they got a reformist reaction. They became reactionary reformists under Obama's leadership. His government has been nothing less than white power reheated. We talking about white power. We're just talking about George Bush reheated in the form of this. And, you know, this has nothing to do with race. This has everything to do with our ability to get better, to do better, to be what we have not been. And Obama can't produce that for us. Only we can produce that for us. Until you commit to organized revolution, we all Tommen, we all Uncle Tommen. And I don't mind giving myself a self-criticism at all, even though I believe I serve the people. Like Steve Harvey got a job, man. This motherfucker does the fucking Family goddamn Feud. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? You know, he got a job. He got a job, man. He got a job with imperialism. He sells imperialist bullshit and ideas and dreams. Yeah, he want to protect his interest in that. That's why he gonna criticize Cornel West, who has been critical of Obama. Righteously so, the same way I have. But who is Cornel motherfucking West but a professor? And I know him, and I love this brother. But is he organizing for revolution inside the United States? And sometimes, in some way, it's intellectual masturbation. He's intellectualizing the bullshit, and I mean, we got to make it practical. We have not been able to. So in that sense, we are guilty in many ways of that scathing criticism that bullshit ass Steve Harvey bullshit ass can give us, because that's what he's doing. But at the end of the day, we really have to be more harsh and critical, because it's the babies who are going to suffer. It's the babies who are not going to get it right. It's the babies who not going to carry on the legacy of real resistance, because the resistance that we know is like a broke leg resistance. It's like a weakened, like artificial albino resistance, because it's been weakened by this shit. So we judge it like according to Steve Harvey or Cornel West, and then the standard of Malcolm X doesn't exist in this day. Yeah, hell yeah, hip hop is bullshit. I think the criticism of hip hop is fair. I have the same criticism, but from a different angle. I wouldn't give a fuck if hip hop kicked up its legs and died. Realistically, I wouldn't give a fuck. It's the same. It's the same rappers on every song, man. It's one of the same motherfuckers. If like it ain't Kanye or Jay-Z or Lil Wayne or Young Jeezy or Drake or Nicki Minaj, then it's not really nobody that they want to choose. And the reason why is because they purport the same shit. And I mean, we've been clear on that for a long time. I don't want to even re-say the same shit. But if that's what hip hop has become, then fuck that. That's not what that's not what I'm a part of, and that's not what I want to be. That's not what I've been working for. You know, I've been working for something different in my life, you know, which I have not really been successful at, is saying how round music is. it's not this. You know, we come from a long history legacy, man. That's why we play Al Green and Marvin Gaye, and why we connected with even people who are other revolutionaries in all kind of places. You know what I'm saying? You know, people who they want to let you hear about, like Bad Brains or Fugazi or you know, I don't give a fuck if it's Janis Joplin or Big Brother, you know, the rest, because that's what we really need to hear is that circumference of our sound. Miles Davis, you know, like real resistors, you know what I'm saying? The way it really was, not the bullshit, the way it's been handed down. We don't have none of that griot shit happening. So I'm like, you can call this shit hip hop if you want to. I say it's bigger than hip hop, and it damn sure is, and we'll pimp this motherfucker system till the wheels fall off this bitch. But it really is, man. And fuck the way that it is. Fuck the way that it is. We already in the future. If you listening right now, you sold. You've been sold a dream. You've been hoodwinked. You've been skullduggery. I'm sorry for you. We've been in the future. Right.
True or false?
True. Stay tuned. Deadprez.com. 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 It's already here. That's the reason why what's happening in California is the same reason why the youth was murdered in the UK is the same reason why the youth them was murdered in Oakland, California recently, and the same way the youth them get murdered all over the United States. They try to make it seem like it's a different situation, but it's worldwide. It's been worldwide. It's the rampant enemy of the people is imperialism, and it has been for the longest time manifested. And right now, economic crisis, which nobody can cure except for us ourselves, and being able to understand our own self-worth, because they try to value the worth, and it's not going to happen that way. So everywhere in the world, we're doing the same shit. In Tunisia and Libya, the situation's serious. In Egypt and Palestine, we're running out of time. In Somalia and Afghanistan, yo, real talk. Do we even understand real talk? Let's get it right. Right it is. You know, it's the same ones who can't pay for the tube or the train system in the UK that get shot down by them police. It's the same imperialist police captors or occupying army in the UK all throughout the poor and occupied community. It's the same ones in Oakland, the same ones, and that's the reason why shit sparked off, because we're expecting a down pressure like niggas have never seen. You know, realistically, we were in London the night before the riots popped off. And I can tell you that them youths who came to our show is the same youths that we talk to every motherfucking time. Obama's presidency has strengthened. I guess as far as black nationalists go, let me be, because I'm not a black nationalist. I'm an African internationalist. So, black nationalism is narrow in the way that, like many middle-class people, like Obama is probably a black nationalist. I would consider him because it's narrow nationalism. It's like this theory that we can like see the black middle class into a better section. That's not revolutionary. Like at this point, black nationalism is bankrupt. The African internationalism or global. You know, this global understanding of the global African is the way to be. And so with that being said, yeah, it has definitely injured this particular section, because the Africans who were struggling and who understood it from a revolutionary perspective have been quelled by like this kind of, this kind of like that satisfaction that comes from seeing a black president or whatever. And so for me, I believe that we definitely have to strengthen when we come to our international global world scope, because Obama has been able to strengthen the propaganda networks. He hasn't hindered them, he's strengthened them. Neo-colonialism is running rampant worldwide, and that's what the evidence of Obama is, neo-colonialism.